Should a car collector go to Cuba? I own a classic car. It's a 1970 Buick GS 450 convertible, and baby is cool. I put the top down and cruise around and enjoy its old school personality, and the horn honks that I gets it from other driver. But a good classic car can be hard to find. Perhaps now there's new opportunities for classic car enthusiasts to find the old beauty of their dream, Cuba. Cuba and the United States have not had diplomatic relationship in of any degree since the United States imposed its embargo in Cuba back in 1962. This embargo has made it very difficult for Cuba to import things like as built cars and trucks. That's why, as we have all seen, the roads in Cuba are full of vintage cars that date back in 1940s and 1950s. Is the door open for car collector enthusiasts? So now within the United States and Cuba finding themselves on better terms, my US classic car collectors see Cuba as variable sources for the purchase of some of the older vehicles. Embargo that was put in place that made the purchase of American-made vehicles impossible also made the purchase of the replacement parts impossible as well. Therefore, there is only reason that these cars in Cuba that are 50, 60 years old are still on the road, that is Cuban ingenuity. What should car collector pay for a Cuban classic car? Take instance of 1950s Chevy Cadillac. If you find one of these in the United States and its condition is being very well maintained over all these years, that car should easily cost upwards 50K to purchase it. But what about the same vehicle in Cuba? The owner of that vehicle would be lucky he or she could sell the vehicle for a tenth worth that price. Why? Since the owner of the vehicle who lives in Cuba has not able to purchase factory replacement part, the owner has to use duct tape glue bundle to keep it running. In 1958, Cadillac in Cuba was no longer true 1958 Cadillac. It has been out of necessity turned into the mutant version of its original self. Perhaps the American market evolved over time in individual who thinks that it's cool to own one of these mutated classic Cuban vehicle. Who knows? But the true classic collector is most likely to keep looking for that sweet ride there in the good old classic car USA.